So I'm here with Dr. Liz Lipsky, who's a doctor of nutrition, clinical nutrition, and I have Dr. Jane Giltonen, who is a naturopathic doctor, and I have Dr. Tierna Lodog, who is a medical doctor and herbalist. And we are going to give you guys some wisdom from these fine doctors. And so I'm going to start with you, Dr. Lodog. What strategies do you have in place to help your patients succeed? I know that's a big, wide question, so just take it where you'd like it.
It's helping them identify what their goals are, and then once they've identified that, then through reflective listening and through basically supporting them, because they already know. Mm-hmm. I already trust they know what they need to do to get well. Mm-hmm. So it's working through the ambivalence that keeps them from getting where they want to go. I mean, we keep ourselves from being successful. That's often what happens. And so listening for where they feel like they want to go, and then helping them identify that, and then giving them tools, helping them with tools to be successful. I think where we fall apart is when we define what success looks like for them. Mm-hmm. If their lipids get under control or their sugars are in the right range or whatever, we're defining for them what their success is versus really listening to them and how they define success. What would that look like for them? Mm-hmm. And that's where it's about.
Excellent. Dr. Giltonen.
I use a strategy that came from a Japanese business concept called Kaizen, which is really about continuous improvement in business. Mm-hmm. And about workers on the line actually identifying where in their personal space they could actually make very, very small changes that cumulatively make huge changes for the business. So I talk with my patients about a book called Kaizen and have them make very small changes, because I think often what we do is set up these expectations and overwhelm patients with all of the great ideas that we have, and they want so very much to, number one, please us, yeah. And number two, succeed, that they can be overwhelmed. So I cut that into very, very, very small steps. If you think you can walk for 30 minutes, start walking for 5. And then the next day make it 5.5, and the next day make it 6. So Kaizen is kind of my strategic strategy.
Great. Dr. Lipsky.
I'm not in clinical practice anymore, but when I was, I think a lot of things. One is talking with them about what's going to be easy about making changes and where are their barriers, and really talking about their barriers, because the barriers are what kind of blocks them from being successful. And if we can try to find new strategies that way, also making it known that I'm available, that they can send me a text, they can send me an email, and sometimes I'll even say, look, I want you to check in every 2 days. I want to know how you're doing. It can just be a quick email. It doesn't have to be anything long, but to let them know that there's somebody there actually who cares and who's supporting them. I also think that when somebody has a buddy, yeah, it makes it so much easier. So if there's someone in their family, if there's a friend, to kind of work together, it really helps. So I think there's a lot of really good strategies, but mostly just tuning into what the person feels like they need help with.
Great. Thank you all.